Well, if you're bored with the unusual and you want something a little bit more unique, you bring in someone who knows what's going on, especially with food. It's Chef Jen.
Ask me.
Yeah, uncommon, common foods. You find these uncommon foods, and you say, hey, let's make them sexy. Let's bring them to the top of the scale and say, right?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
That's what you're doing. I've done this, I haven't done it just recently because you kind of got upset with me.
No.
But there was one time I was at the store, let's be honest, I was at the store one time and I said to Chef Jen, I said, hey, I'm looking at something. I think they were the mini bananas.
The red bananas.
The red bananas, and I said, well, what do I do with these?
I said, you take them home and eat them.
Yeah, so I did.
They're
I bought them.
delicious.
Yeah, so I blame you. But we are trying different things at our household, thanks to you.
Great.
And I guess you're also encouraging others to do the same.
I am.
Why?
Why not? We've got a great market out there with all kinds of really amazing things. And you know, you can switch up Taco Tuesday. You can change things.
Yeah.
I know. Meatless Monday, change them, whip it up. So
be
mix
creative.
It up. Be
There's
creative.
so much out there to enjoy,
be
right?
creative. Or there's a lot of really neat things that other cultures bring into Calgary, and quite often we see them, we don't know what they are or what to do with them, so we kind of leave them on the shelf. But it might be neat to bring home a few new items.
Try. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? I mean, that's what we're trying to introduce to our kids and maybe to ourselves, and we might discover something.
Right.
Look at that. When I first saw this item, this is the Cardone. Cardone.
Cardone.
Which means aloe vera?
Phoenix thought it was aloe vera today.
It looks like an aloe vera plant.
No, I think it
But
looks
it
more
is
like
not.
prehistoric celery, very tough celery. You can kind of see its spiky little pokey ridges. So
I wouldn't
it's a
want to
member
bite
of
into that.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You actually have to peel it.
Oh, it is spiky.
Yeah, it's a member of the thistle family. Very well. It's a cousin of the artichoke.
No.
Totally.
This
It has
is a cousin. This looks like
Believe it
celery.
or not, no way, not even close. But it does resemble celery.
Is this like the uncle?
This is like the black sheep of
Oh,
celery.
I see.
No, I made that up. This is a member of the thistle family, cousin of the artichoke. So to handle this, you wouldn't want to eat this raw like you would celery. But what you would do is you take it and peel it, cut it into bite size.
So this is a peeled piece right here.
This is a peeled piece.
Okay.
So the stringy membranes that celery has, this has the same sort of things in the ridges. You want to get rid of those. They're extremely tough. You will find this on about almost all Italian Christmas tables during the season.
No way.
Yeah, I actually went to Italian Superstore.
Can I bite
and
into this?
You can,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's chewy.
See how ribby it is? So it actually, oh, by the way.
Why didn't you tell me?
It is a little tart. I figured I'd surprise you this time.
Oh my heavens, is that ever tart?
It is tart, yes.
And
yes.
this is ripe?
Well, no, I put it in a little bit
What
of
are you
acidulated
doing?
lemon water because, like an artichoke, when you cut into it, it starts browning, that enzymatic browning. So you want to dip it in lemon water. So not only is it raw, but it's lemony.
It's not tasty.
No, not in that state. I thought I'd leave it for a surprise.
Didn't let me read the notes ahead of time that it wasn't.
Yeah. Left it for you.
But it reminds me of a celery.
Yeah,
I mean, that's exactly
it's
what
very
this
much
looks
like a celery.
It sure doesn't taste like one. No.
So you would cook this. You could
Okay.
steam it. You could braise it. You could boil it. A lot of Italians will stuff it with things. They'll braise it and then
Stuff it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's got these kind of. Well, you see these little ridges in it, and you could actually.
Oh,
put
I
things
see.
in.
Right in here. Oh, yeah.
We would use peanut butter and celery. You might use a meat filling and
Lots of peanut
breadcrumbs,
butter.
right? Lots of peanut butter. Lots of peanut butter.
And that's ripe?
No, it's not. You don't want it to. You don't want it too ripe because ripe will be limp and
I'm gonna have this lingering
soft.
taste in
I
my
know.
mouth
and you'll
thanks
think
to
of
you.
me all day.
Cardone. Do you know what Cardone means?
Cardone. No, I know it spells Cardone.
That's what it is.
But to Italians, it doesn't mean
Okay,
that.
I think we have about 2 more minutes here, and we have some wonderful other items here that
Yes.
I'm actually kind of familiar with. Capers and
Caper berries.
Caper berries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what a caper is it's an immature bud of the caper plant. So that means it's a tiny little flower, and that's what we've got
That's what
here.
this is right here. So
Yeah,
let me just take this out and
yeah.
just show this off a little bit. And then we can see that,
Now
guys.
they
There we
need
go.
to be hand-picked because there's no machine that can delicately take those off of the bushes. So they're hand-picked. So they're a little expensive, but not too much. A jar like this is about $4. But what they are is they're pickled, brined, or salted or dried. So it's a tiny little bud of a flower of what's in there. Now caper berries, I brought them in because some people don't know the difference between capers and capers berries, and they taste very familiar.
Can I eat these?
Yeah, please do.
Are you really?
No, that one's
kind of like
safe,
that
I
Cardone. Okay, but don't eat the stem.
Don't eat the stem.
Okay,
have a bite
sorry.
of that.
Yeah.
So the caper berry, after the caper, flowers, and if you don't pick off the berry,
Oh, yummy.
delicious, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't pick off the bud, what happens is the plant flowers and the berry follows. and it comes after. Same idea, they pickle and brine them, but I got these today because these are a good go-to. Keep in the pantry, keep in the fridge, put these on your charcuterie platters.
I'm sorry, you're speaking chef talk again. Your what platters?
Charcuterie, so meats, cheeses, pickled things,
Oh, I
brine
see.
foods. Yeah, so this is a really good go-to. It'll jazz up any Christmas plate. They're lovely in salads, they're used in pasta sauces, all kinds of amazing things.
Very salty because, of course, the brine.
It's a brine, yeah. So caper berries, eat raw capers. You can cook with, put in salads, make pestos out of.
So don't eat these raw.
You can eat these raw, and you can eat these raw, but you would cook with these ones.
But don't cook with the berries.
But don't cook with the berries, because as a little bit of mouthfeel, it's softer. So they will kind of break down, but you could still use them.
So the capers are a little bit more solid. How do we know if they're ripe?
How do you know if they're ripe? Well, they come in these jars already brined.
Okay, so you pretty much can find them only in the jars then?
Yeah, you'll find them in the jars. Yeah, to find them, I don't know. I've never seen them in the city, not like this. But they sell them dried. But a really neat chef's trick, if you take these and you pop them into a little bit of hot oil.
Hot oil?
Yeah, and you fry them for like a second. They'll pop open and they'll actually flour. And they'll crisp up, right? And then you put them on a little bit of paper towel, and they're a topping for any sort of meat, fish, chicken dish, and they're really, really beautiful. So not only do you get a fried crispy crunch, but you get a little bit of salty tang to go with it, and
you are
delicious.
just after my own heart.
Can't help it.
Thanks, Chef Jen.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Uncommon Common Foods, and have yourself a great Merry Christmas.
I will.
And
you as
eat
well.
away. Looking forward to it. Thanks as well to Chef Jen, and keep in mind too, there's always other things that are happening in and around our city, including the Calgary Fiddlers. And Bow Valley Fiddlers are teaming up to present their festive classic called Fiddle Fantasia. This will be fun. 2 shows. It happens this Saturday. If you'd like more information, there's the website, www.calgaryfiddlers.com. This is trending on Shaw.